Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost?
While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you. Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit sceducationlottery.com.
She used to meet me on the east side in the city with the sun on set.
It was supposed to be the start of a beautiful relationship, but somebody screwed it all up. Second date update right now with Johnjay and Rich.
Johnjay and Rich, time for second date update. Good morning, Lynn.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. So second date's about you going out with somebody. You met somebody somehow on an app or at a restaurant or church, wherever you meet people nowadays. You go out on a date, you have a good time. You expect there to be a second date, and there isn't. Can you tell us what happened to you?
So I thought that I hit it off with this guy, right? I thought that we hit it off together. It wasn't just from my side. I felt like there was something going on between us. And he wasn't, I think it kind of took me by surprise because he's not my typical go-to. Like, he's not athletic, if you know what I mean. And you know, but there was something about him that I was like, let me give this guy a chance. So I actually asked him for his number, which was a little bit, you know, not always not something I do. And we were texting, I don't know, for a while. And then we met up, and he took me to this like neighborhood mom and pop Italian restaurant, like authentic Italian restaurant. And we had a really good time. And so again, I don't know what happened. I thought it went, I mean, it was basically like, I don't know, couldn't gone any better from my end. So I don't know what's going on.
So where'd you meet him that you asked him for his number?
At a bar.
Oh.
You know, like you do.
So how is he blowing you off? Just not returning your messages or your texts, or not showing up somewhere? Did he ghost you?
Right. So, you know, he's not responding to my texts.
Okay.
So I don't, like, literal, like, zero response. So I haven't called him because I felt like that was a little aggressive. But yeah, he's not responding to my texts at all. So maybe he lost his phone. Okay. I don't know.
How is that more aggressive?
I was going to say, I kind of love how not calling him isn't aggressive, but this isn't. Touche, Pin.
How long ago was his date?
This was about 2 weeks ago.
Okay. All right, what's his name?
His name is Robbie.
All right, we're going to get Robbie on the phone, find out why he's blowing you off. Second Date Update continues next with Johnjay and Rich. Johnjay and Rich in the middle of Second Date Update. Lynn met Robbie at a bar, asked him for a phone number. They went out to date at an Italian restaurant. That's it. She hasn't heard from him since. Happened 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, that's it. I don't know. I have no other inkling. I have no clue what's going on.
There was no makeout session. There was no nudity. There was nothing like that, right?
No, but I mean, that's part of what made it kind of hot, because I was like, oh, well, let's keep this going. And, you know, the tension was building a little bit, I felt.
Okay, let's call him up.
Hello?
Hey, is Robbie there?
Yeah, this is.
Oh, yay. My name is Peyton. I'm with Johnjay and Rich, and we just wanted to talk to you on the radio station really quickly if you have some free time.
Yeah. Okay. About?
Well, kind of about how you meet people nowadays. You know, like, it's really rare to meet somebody in the old school way, you know, at a bar, at a club, at a restaurant. Everyone's always meeting people on dating apps. And we got a call that kind of stands out a little bit because it's a woman that met you at a bar, went on a date with you, and now she says you're ghosting her. And so we were kind of like, I wonder why he's blowing her off. So we thought we would just call you and help her out by getting the information from you directly. Talking about Lynn, Robbie.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What happened?
I know. Well, hey, look, she's a sweet girl, funny, but a little weird. I'm going to be honest with you. It was a little weird.
Do you want to explain that?
Well, I mean, okay, so it just got weird. She brought her pet bearded dragon, to the date, and she was like sneaking food, like to him during the date, like literally. I mean, I'm not kidding you. She literally had it in her purse, and at first she was trying to hide it, and then I caught her, and then she admitted it and basically said it was like her kid, and told me like, oh, when I was like, well, why did you bring a bearded dragon or whatever it is, like a dragon, a reptile to the date? She's like, well, you wouldn't leave your kid at home by themselves.
She's right. You wouldn't.
You would, with a babysitter, maybe.
You know, you would think that she would bring that up when she was explaining
I was thinking the same
us.
thing. Like,
oh, I brought my iguana with me.
That could probably
and
be
it was
the
in
reason.
the purse.
So wait a minute, Roddy. So what? Ghosting is the answer then?
Yes.
People keep their dogs in their purses. Why isn't that?
Hey, Lynn.
Why? I mean, it's weird that you texted me. Like, why can't you just text me back and talk to me about it? It's also just like a dog.
Okay, okay, calm down. Okay, so I would have also ghosted if you brought a dog to the date. Okay, you were literally feeding the dragon spaghetti. First of all, I don't think.
Oh my gosh!
I wasn't feeding. I was not. I didn't order spaghetti. I was having penne. It's spaghetti that was way too messy.
I think she's fun.
Oh my gosh! But like, okay, but if I'm going on Lynn's defensive side, right, or if I'm gonna be on her side. If she brings the bearded dragon everywhere, then it's probably not a conversation pointer, right?
Like she didn't even bring up.
Think twice
No,
about
it probably
is. Everyone probably goes, "What is that?" Like Lynn, you had to have known he would either be caught off guard about it or wanted to be like, "What's up with that?" It's kind of an unusual pet to bring out and about.
My cousin has a German Shepherd they rescued. And that German Shepherd, they can't leave alone because it goes nuts and tears things apart or it hurts itself. So they got it. They took it to classes and made it a therapy dog. And now that dog, they go to the movies. They go everywhere with that dog because they can't leave it alone, right? So with that, though, it's a therapy dog. And they also, if they're married already, if you were dating somebody, you'd say, hey, I have to tell you something. I've got this therapy iguana. And I have to take it with me to the dinner. And that way he'd be like, oh, that's random, but okay, bring it. Not all of a sudden you're putting food in your purse.
Like, where's all this food
You see this giant tongue come out? Like,
I mean, listen, I get my bearded dragon is not going to tear up my house. He's very sweet. And if no one understands, if you don't understand my relationship with Brian, then like, it maybe won't work out.
The dragon's name is Brian?
Brian?
Brian.
Don't you think,
yeah,
though?
his name is Brian.
You guys, the bearded dragon's name is Brian. I feel like Lynn and Brian are going to meet a different dude who maybe he's got his own little Brian, and like it'll work out perfectly. Like there is somebody out there for you, Lynn. It just doesn't seem like Robbie's.
Bearded dragons are gray, or gay and gray?
What? I didn't say it either.
You said he'd have his own little Brian.
Yeah, he does his own little, like this. Maybe another guy's got a little bearded dragon too, and he takes him everywhere.
Right, but then they'd be together.
No,
Brian
they'd be brothers.
No, they'd be brothers?
Stepbrothers.
Oh,
Stepbrother. Or father and son. Why does it have to...
Father and son?
Sure, because her little Brian is like her baby. She said Brian has a paternal vibe. Lynn, I think Kyle's right. I think you go find someone else with another bearded dragon.
There's lots of reptile dudes out there. They would be down with that.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Or just somebody who understands,
All right, so Robbie, do you want to go out with her again?
Listen, I'm not into it to date a woman and a bearded dragon. I was just looking for a date, so I'm going to have to say no.
Oh. Okay. Hey, she's too good looking for you anyway, from what we understand.
I'm sure.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, Lynn. Thanks, both of you, for going on air with us.
This was a treat for us.
Thank you.
All right. Peace out. It's a weird second date update.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, It'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
Johnjay and Rich.
One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.